The News at 6.
Most homicides in the U.S. are a result of gun violence. That's according to the National Institute of Justice. Looking at their homepage right here. We've seen many of these tragedies unfold at schools like Columbine High, of course, in Colorado, and Sandy Hook Elementary in Connecticut, even at movie theaters like the Aurora Theater out near Denver.
Our Elizabeth Rollins is joining us now live in the studio. So, Elizabeth, all of these tragedies killed many innocent people, and officials say many followed their instincts and did one of the worst things that you can do, and that's to hide.
Yeah, Sunny, Jody, because that makes you an easy target. But police say a lot of folks instinctively think that's the first thing they should do. So what would you do if you were at work or at the mall shopping and someone walks in with a gun? Would you be able to think fast? It's a chilling sound we never expect to hear, especially at a shopping mall. Most folks are here to enjoy a leisurely afternoon. All of a sudden, a man whips out a gun, brandishing it towards everyone in his path. Think fast. What are you going to do?
Run as far as you can.
Corporal Chris Boyette is an active shooter instructor for the Savannah-Chatham Metropolitan Police Department. He says the first and best thing you should do, run.
Get them out of the area as fast as possible. Get them as far away as fast as possible.
He says it's harder to shoot a moving target. Oftentimes, folks will try to get out of the way and hide, but that's when you become the shooter's easiest target. But what if you can't run?
What we don't like to tell people is to just give up.
He says fight and defend for yourself, but he warns folks who carry concealed weapons.
When the officers come in to engage the threat, then they're looking for a guy with a gun.
He says this can cause confusion in the middle of chaos. It could also put other lives in danger if two people are shooting. But he says, nevertheless, do what you have to do.
As long as you're within your legal right, defend yourself. But we don't necessarily want people trying to hunt the guy down.
Corporal Boyette says there are ways you can be proactive every time you go to a public place. Be aware of your surroundings and what others are doing. Know exactly where all of your exits are. Have a plan A and plan B of what you would do and where you would go if something like this were to happen.
The threat's going to continue to increase. We have domestic terrorism, we have international terrorism, influences on what happens here. And it's going to get worse.
And Corporal Boyette says he believes part of the reason this is a growing problem is related to the violence our children are being exposed to, especially in video games. He encourages parents to monitor what their children are being exposed to. This is certainly a long-term way folks can be proactive, potentially prevent another tragedy. We also want to point out that Metro Police have been doing these types of scenarios at the Savannah Mall and Oglethorpe Mall, training their employees on what to do if something like this were to happen. Of course, we have all those tips on our website at WTOC.com. Sunny, Jody?
Elizabeth Rollins, thank you.
Taking a live look